Can you?
I know, I just took it from you. I'm about to give it right back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And you just need to remake me co-host. Ms. Brown,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, is there? You're scheduled for 8:30 for a misdemeanor matter?
Yes, ma'am. I was waiting in the lobby to talk to a lawyer.
You were, I'm sorry, what?
I was waiting to talk to a lawyer.
You are in our main session. My secretary will get you moved into a breakout room to talk to the court-appointed attorney.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Foley Carter,
Yes, Your Honor.
I came in this morning and I see the dismissal for Hewitt. Did you relay that information to Mr. Bolahanis already?
I did not know.
Okay,
I can give him a call now if you'd like.
I was just gonna dismiss it, but I didn't want he and his client to log on thinking we were doing anything with his motion. So if you would be so kind,
Absolutely.
thank you. Good morning, Mr. Young.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm wonderful, sir. How have you been?
I am good, thank you. Trying to make this work here. There we go. All right, thank you.
Mr. Young, could you and I go into a breakout room together? We probably have to have somebody accomplish that for us, but
Sure. All right, I'll go in there. Just come on in.
all right.
Your Honor, Mr. Bolahanis will be zooming in. He just wants to be here for the dismissal, but his client will not be here.
Thank you.
Certainly.
And magically, here he is.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. How are you?
I am wonderful, sir. This is 17 HR 000010D, People of Huron Township versus John James Hewitt. May I have your appearances for the record?
Caitlin Foley Carter on behalf of Huron Township, Your Honor.
Gregory Bulahanis on behalf of John Hewitt, Your Honor.
Thank you. Today was the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial and the defense motion to dismiss the case due to the violation of the constitutional right to a speedy trial. This morning, the court received from the prosecutor a request to dismiss this case due to the age of the case. Mr. Bolahanis, I had Ms. Foley Carter reach out to you to see if you will be appearing this morning. Thank you for logging on a little early. Do you have any objection to the entry of the dismissal?
No objection to the dismissal, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Was there
And I wanna
anything else you
also
needed
thank-
to say this morning, sir?
I just want to thank the prosecutor as well for being reasonable in this case. And I appreciate the court as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for logging on again early. And if you relay that information to Mr. Hewitt, his bond in this matter had been personal. That bond is now canceled. Anything else on behalf of Huron Township?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Hewitt?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, sir. Thank you.
You and
Thanks,
Ms.
Glenn.
Foley have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
That's one down, 68 to go.
We'll see who shows up today.
I'm ever hopeful.
Me too. I was in 33rd yesterday and almost my entire docket showed up. I haven't had that happen in years.
Good
Morning.
morning, Mr. Nunley.
Morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you, sir?
Good.
Hi, Royce.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Very good. Thank you.
Cool. It looks like there are already some people in your waiting room.
Okay.
I made you co-host.
Okay, perfect. I'll get started then. Okay.
That's a nice surprise that I'm glad he's here.
I just saw that there are actually people from the 8 o'clock here waiting. Hmm. Good morning, Maria.
Morning.
Mr. Young, were you ready with something?
No, I'm just trying to get into the other room. Thank you, Judge. I'm waiting on Jeff's guy to get in. We can probably take care of that one pretty quick. What is going on here?
Mr. Kaplan, as happy as I am to see you, what do you have with us this morning?
I thought I was supposed to be in your courtroom as one of your MIDCs.
I don't know what the assignment was. There's 3 of you here now. I'm happy to have all 3 of you, but
So,
Mr. Bowditch is here, not as Josh is here all day and Mr. Bowditch is here for singulars.
for a moment, okay. Thank you, Mr. Kaplan. Mary Ann will get you made co-host and then you can move around in the MIDC breakout rooms.
thank you. Felt like you're trying to get rid of me when I first logged in over here.
Morning, Josh.
Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, Josh, there are some people in the MIDC waiting room already.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Robinson.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm super. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
What do you have this morning?
Judge, I just got retained on a case. It's a Robert Lewis.
He's here.
Okay. I think I need to talk to Mr. Young. Or,
Mr. Young is free if you want to go in with him unless,
Yeah, that's
are
fine.
you
Your
ready
Honor.
on something?
Nope, not yet. That's fine.
Then let's get his client's information verified. He's in with, oh, he's waiting to go in with Virginia and Andy, it looks like.
Do we have plea offers from Rob? Did you send plea offers to anybody?
See, are we in, is anybody else in here or is it just us?
Everyone's in this main session and we're streaming. His
Oh, we're in the
plea
main
officer is
session. Okay.
Brian.
Do we?
Good morning, Mr. Gazdecki.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
All right. I'm
Do you
here
by
on
any chance have your
Airpath.
client with you?
He's on somewhere in the other chat room. Whatever. So nice to see you again, Your Honor.
Good to see you. It might, maybe he's not
I am not
identified
used to
yet. We
seeing
have
you behind
somebody
the
in there
bench.
just by I'm sorry?
I know you. I'm used to you as a private attorney, not as a judge.
Are we ready with Ms. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
Thank you, Mr. Nunley. These are 22SU00716 A, B, and C. These are Sumter Township versus Stephanie Brown. May I have your appearance, please?
Yeah, Royce Nunley on behalf of the defendant.
Ms. Brown,
Stephanie
what's your
Brown.
name for the record? Thank you.
Stephanie
Today's the day
Brown.
and time. Thank you, ma'am. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. Mr. Nunley, how are we proceeding this morning with the arraignment?
For purposes of the arraignment, we waive a formal reading and stand mute to the charges. For purposes of the pretrial, my client is going to accept the offer tendered by the prosecutor, which is to plead guilty to the reduced charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and plead responsible to double parking for $250 in exchange for dismissal of the 2 civil infractions.
Ms. Brown, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. You put your hand down. Ma'am, you were able to hear Mr. Nunley just now regarding the plea offer in this matter?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea in this matter, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or stand cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive,
No, ma'am.
and responsible to the double parking.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it true that on July 1st, 2022 in Huron Township, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it also true that on July 1st, 2022, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Brown, the court accepts your plea of guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, will dismiss the driving while license suspended and responsible to the double parking, and will dismiss the disobeying traffic signal and the child restraint. Ma'am, as agreed by and between the parties, the fine for the double parking would be $250. And
Yes,
for
ma'am.
allowing the unlicensed driver to drive, there will be a $100 fine, $100 in cost, $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee. That's $345 for the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, $250 for the double parking, that's $595. Ma'am, do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
Yeah, I can pay half day and then the other half in like 2 weeks.
Okay, ma'am, it'll take a couple of days for your file to be processed, so if we say half on the 12th and then the balance of it on the 26th, would that give you sufficient time?
Look at the calendar. You said the 12th and what day? What day you
Ms.
said
Brown,
again?
Ms. Brown, let's do this. Let's move you into the collections room. We have
Okay.
somebody here who can put you on the payment plan for the $595, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're so very welcome. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
good day and good luck to you, Ms. Brown.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Mr. Robinson, did you need to speak to Mr. Lewis? You're muted.
Yeah. I don't, Judge. If the court would indulge me to allow us to do the arraignment and just an adjournment for discovery, and I can bring my appearance over to the court later today.
Okay. He's still in the clerk. He's still in the clerk's waiting room. As soon as they verify his phone number, address, and email address, they'll put him back in the main session and we can get going on the arraignment.
That adjourned date, Judge, is September 8th at 9:10.
Thank you, ma'am.
Was that for me, Mary Ann?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Mary Ann. At what time?
9:10.
Thank you.
Hey, Steve, what's your P number?
45753.
Thank you.
I think I'm just below Mr. Bowditch, or just above, but pretty close. I know that.
Mine's 45367.
Yeah, I knew we were close, Jeff.
When I heard an attorney mention a 4, I go, hey, at one time, the 4 was like, you just started yesterday. Now,
Yeah.
30 some years later.
Was Ms. Smith supposed to come out with you, sir?
No, I need to speak with Mr. Young really briefly on the matter.
He just walked, I don't know where, but when he comes back, we'll just get you guys back into his room.
Okay.
Oh, that is Mr. Esdeki's client.
That's when I go in there. Because. That one open right there? I opened it and it's not open.
Good morning, Mr. Lewis.
Morning.
These are 22 SU 00720 A and B. Mr. Lewis, we have you on Carmel Street in Belleville. Is that still a good address for you, sir?
Yes.
And your phone number?
734-732-2423.
Thank you. Appearance in this matter.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Steve Robinson appeared on behalf of Robert Lewis.
Today is, Mr. Lewis, state your name, sir, for the record.
Robert Ray Lewis.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. For purposes of arraignment, Mr. Robinson, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we'll waive formal reading and stand mute.
Thank you, sir. Inasmuch as Mr. Lewis has appeared timely and appropriately in this matter and now has retained counsel, the court will set bond in this matter at 1,000 personal. Mr. Lewis, you do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by this court until this case is resolved in its entirety. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, while you were in the
Sure.
breakout room waiting for the case to be called, Mr. Robinson indicated that he would be asking for an adjournment of this matter and
Okay.
requesting discovery. Your next appearance date, sir, will be September 8th, 2022 at 9:10 a.m. That will be back here in courtroom number 1 with me. We will continue to appear virtually in this matter.
Okay, September
And-
8th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There will be a notice mailed out to you by the court staff. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Lewis, I will see you on September 8th. Have a wonderful afternoon, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, we're ready on
Welcome,
this.
Mr. Robinson. Take care. Mr.
We're ready on this.
Esdeki. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Kaplan, were you saying something?
I apologize. I was saying we're ready on Miss Crystal Lee. The court wanted to call that.
Apologize, I just didn't. I'll call who's ever ready. This is 22 SU 00719 A, B, and C. These are Sumter Township versus Crystal Lee. May I have your appearances, please?
Joshua Kaplan on behalf of Miss Lee, Your Honor. Today's date and time set for arraignment will waive formal reading, stand mute to the charge. I did speak to the Sumter prosecutor where he's requesting an adjournment on this matter to speak to the complaining witness and for discovery.
Miss Lee, state your name for the record, ma'am.
Crystal Lee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Waive formal reading, stand mute. Discovery requested. Ms. Lee has appeared timely and appropriately this morning. Bond is set at 1,000 personal in each matter. Ms. Lee, you do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to participate in these proceedings until they're resolved and appears directed by this court. Your attorney has requested discovery in this case. The pretrial will be adjourned. That new date will be
September 8th at 9:10.
September 8th, 2022, 9:10 a.m. That's back here in number one with me. Anything else in this matter? Mr. Kaplan?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. Lee, you have a wonderful day. I will see you on September 8th, ma'am.
Can I have that time one more time?
9:10.
9:10. Okay, thank you. You
Yes,
as well.
ma'am.
Have a great day. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I think I'm out of this now. How do I hang up?
Who is that?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to hang up. I apologize.
No, no worries, Mr. Lewis. I'm going to put you out, sir. Don't worry.
Morning, Judge. Good morning, Mary Ann. Could someone put me in a breakout room with Rob Young, please?
Sure.
Thank
Good
you.
morning, Mr. Batar. This is 22SU-00497 AOT. This is Sumter Township versus Michelle Mintz.
Good morning, Your Honor. Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Ms. Mintz, please turn your video on and identify yourself.
My name is Michelle Mintz.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the show cause arraignment pretrial on this matter. Mr. Nunley, how are we proceeding this morning?
For purposes of the arraignment, we waive a formal reading and stand mute. For purposes of the pretrial, Ms. Mintz is going to plead guilty to the reduced charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive in exchange for dismissal of the original charge.
Ms. Mintz, raise your right hand for me, ma'am. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. You were able to hear Mr. Nunley just now?
Yes.
And ma'am, you understand that if you plead guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that the driving while license suspended will be dismissed.
Yes.
And if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Okay.
You will not have you understand that you will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on May 8th, 2022, in Sumter Township, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Satisfied, Judge.
Ms. Mintz, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and will dismiss the original charge of driving while license suspended. The court will impose the following as your sentence in this matter. Will be a $100 cost, $100 fine. There's a $75 crime victims fee. There are $100 in show cause fees based on your prior failures to appear in this matter. There's, $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee, and $50 late fee. That's $460. You have a bond posted in this matter of $150 that could be applied to that balance, which would leave you a balance of $310. You need more than 5 days to pay that amount, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, at the end of these proceedings, the court will move you into the collections waiting room. You'll speak to an agent from our collections department. to set a payment plan on that remaining 310 balance. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Mintz, before you leave, your payment plan can be rolled into the other payment plan, your existing payment plan with the court, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Please join the breakout room and speak to the collections agent. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Are we ready, Mr. Gestecki? Sir? You're muted. Are we ready?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Didn't know I was. I said yes, Your Honor.
These are 22 HR 04574 A and B. These are Huron Township versus Amadine. Sorry.
Hamidian, yes. Hamidian,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Appearances for the record.
Caitlin Foley Carter on behalf of Huron Township, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Azteki, P46289 on behalf of Mr. Hamid.
Today is the day and time set for the show cause arraignment and pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning, Mr. Gestecki?
Yes, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak with the city attorney. We have come to a resolution on this matter, Your Honor. We'll be pleading guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, dismissing the other charges.
Sir, would you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. You were able to hear your attorney this morning indicating that you will be pleading guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and the other existing charges will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf and see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it true that on May 13, 2022 in Huron Township, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Foley Carter?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Gestecki? Thank you, sir. The
Satisfied.
court accepts your plea. The court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and will dismiss the impeding traffic and the driving while license not valid or improper license. Mr. Gestecki, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client before fines and costs are assessed in this matter?
Not really, Your Honor. We've got his driver's license valid again.
Oh, wonderful. Sir, the court will impose minimal fines and costs in this matter. There'll be a $100 fine. There's $100 in cost. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee. There's a $50 show cause fee for your prior failure to appear in this matter. There is $50 mandatory state costs and $20 fund fee. My math puts that at $395. Are you able to pay that within the next 5 days, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Before you leave today, we'll get you moved into the collections department. You can set a payment plan with the court staff. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Foley Carter?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Gestecki?
No, Your Honor. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you, sir. We'll get your client moved into the collections department. And other than that, we are concluding this matter. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor. Goodbye.
Thank you. Are we ready on Mr. Doran?
We are, yes.
Is your client with you or is he?
He was checked in, otherwise on Zoom.
Let's see where he is.
Yeah.
He's in getting his information verified. As soon as the clerks are done with him, they'll put him in this main session.
Okay. They did, I talked to the clerks before before I got the invitation. They said that they had finished checking him in.
Are we ready with Ms. Curry?
We are, Your Honor.
This is 201393OT. This is Sumter Township versus Curry. May I have your appearances, please?
Robert Young, Sumter Township, Your Honor.
Joshua Kaplan on behalf of Ms. Curry. Your Honor, today's date and time set for arraignment pretrial. For purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading, stand mute to the charge. We do have a resolution on this matter where my client would plead to allow an unlicensed driver to drive with the original charge driving with license suspended.
Ma'am, state your name for the record.
Janine Curry.
Ms. Curry, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Ma'am, you were able to hear Mr. Kaplan just now wherein he indicated that you would be pleading guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and that the driving while license suspended would be dismissed.
Yes.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea in this matter, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, I have not.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on May 23rd, 2020, in Sumter Township, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Young?
Satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
Satisfied, Mr. Kaplan?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ms. Curry, the court accepts your plea of guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The original charge of driving while license suspended will be dismissed. Is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client before fines and costs are assessed, Mr. Kaplan?
Your Honor, that she's here to take responsibility. She is clearing up her license. She's got, I think, one more that she's working on that they wanted to wait for this to be done with first. So we're just requesting fines and costs.
Thank you. Ms. Curry, the court will impose minimal fines and costs in this matter. There's a $100 fine, there's $100 in costs. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee. There's $50 mandatory state costs, $20 fund fee. There's $100 warrant fees based on your previous failures to appear, $50 late fee, $45 clearance fee, and $15 late fee. That's $555 by my math. There is a $150 bond that's been posted in this matter that will be applied to your outstanding balance. Ma'am, do you need more than 5 days to pay the remaining balance?
Yes.
Ma'am, before you leave this morning, we'll get you moved into the collections department. You will speak to the court staff about setting a payment plan on that remaining balance, which will be $405. Your total fines and costs are $555. We'll apply the bond and they'll set you on a payment plan for the balance. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Young?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Kaplan?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Curry, please join the collections breakout room, set your payment plan. They can roll it into your existing payment plan with the court, okay? Oh, she was going faster than I thought. These are 22SU00562 A and B. These are Sumter Township versus Zachary Doran. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Eric Chapp on behalf of Mr. Doran.
Robert Young, Sumter Township, Your Honor.
Mr. Doran, state your name for me, sir.
Zachary Doran.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial on this matter. Mr. Chappell, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we've made some progress. I did receive a copy of a police report last night. I talked to Mr. Young yesterday as well. I should be hopefully receiving a copy of the video for the stop. So if we could perhaps have another pretrial to allow that time to happen, we would appreciate it.
Is that September 8th date? Will that give you enough time to do what you need to do, sir?
I'll get that out right away to him, Your Honor. I dropped the ball at my end, so we'll take care of that.
That works. Thank you.
That time?
9:20.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. September 8th, 9:20 a.m. Back here with me in courtroom number 1. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Young?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Dorn, I'll see you back here on September 8th, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Young, are you having a party and didn't invite us?
No, but can you, I thought I had it on mute, Your Honor. I've got the.
You do, no, you do have
Oh.
me on mute, but your smile for whoever you're talking to was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm talking to we're talking to the detective going over a few things here. So we're,
Uh-oh.
you have to have some amusement to do this from time to time. So, as you know, clearly know.
As I know.
Yeah. I'll be in to see you in a little bit.
Really? Uh-oh. Mr. Kaplan, were you out with somebody?
Nope, I was just gonna see if Mr. Young can go in his breakout room for a client that's gonna be coming in soon.
Judge or Mary Ann, do you see a Nadine Rue in one of the rooms?
Yeah, she's in the clerk's meeting room.
Okay, we're ready on her
Did you
whenever
need to
she.
talk to her?
No, I just did on the phone, so we're ready whenever she gets into the main session.
As soon as I get done verifying her information, I'll send her back in here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
Can I
Mr.
speak with
Nunley.
Mr. Young whenever he has a opportunity?
Absolutely. There's somebody in his waiting room already, but go ahead and go in there and. Take your cap off, Mr. Nguyen, please.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. This is 1418330 OM, Sumter Township versus Jeremy Nguyen. May I have your appearances, please?
Yeah, Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant.
State your name for me, Mr. Nguyen.
Jeremy Nguyen.
Thank you, sir. Today is the day and time set for your arraignment and pretrial. Mr. Nunley, how are we proceeding with the arraignment this morning?
Waive a formal reading and stand mute for purposes of the pretrial. He was going to accept the offer of pleading responsible to double parking for $150 in exchange for dismissal of the original charge. He is a truck driver and he's trying to get his license cleared. The Secretary of State, I guess, like restricted it because of this pending matter. So I don't know if there is anything that the court can do on your part to remove whatever sort of hold, if any, that you have.
Mr. Nunley, I don't know. I can't see what it is that will be holding Mr. Nguyen up.
Yeah, I'm not
Mr.
sure.
Nguyen, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear a firm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. You were able to hear Mr. Nunley this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you will be pleading responsible to an added count of double parking and the false identification police officer will be dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that the court accepts your plea this morning. You will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you plea responsible.
No, Your Honor.
Is it true, sir, that on May the 4th, 2014 in Sumter Township, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Young?
Satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court accepts the plea responsible to double parking will dismiss the false information to the police. Mr. Nelly, I missed the dollar amount for the double parking, sir.
150,
You said 450?
150.
150. The court will assess the $150 for the double parking. There's also a bench warrant fee of $50 and a late fee of $50. The court cannot waive those two. So Mr. Nguyen, your total fines and costs will be $250, sir. Are you able to pay that within the next 5 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
5 days to pay. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Young?
I think we lost him.
Oh, we lost him. Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Nguyen, good luck to you, sir. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. You too.
Thank you. These are 22SU00680 A and B. These are Sumter Township versus Nadine Rue. Your appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Batar on behalf of Nadine Rue.
Ms. Rue, state your name for me, ma'am.
Nadine Rue.
Thank you. Today's the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial. In this matter, I see Mr. Young is here. I'll note your appearance for the record, sir. Mr. Batar, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, Ms. Rue is going to plead no contest, the reason being civil liability to the vicious dog charge that will be under 771.1 for 1 year. She has some other obligations that would be to make sure she keeps her dog secured. Restitution, if any, the complainant will have 60 days to submit verification of any restitution.
Ms. Rue, raise your right hand for me, please. Ma'am, do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Ma'am, you were able to hear Mr. Batar this morning where he indicated you'll be pleading no contest to the B file, the vicious dog, and the dog at large will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you understand that the court accepts your plea this morning. You will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to enter a plea in this matter?
No.
Mr. Batar, because you've indicated no contest due to the possibility of civil liability, is the court to rely on the police report from the incident that occurred on June 20th, 2022 in Sumter Township to establish the factual basis for the plea in the vicious dog case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Young, would that be satisfactory to you as well, sir?
It will, Your Honor. Thank you.
Then the court will accept the deferred plea under 771 for a period of 12 months. There will be 60 days for the complainant in this case to submit a request for restitution. The probation department will send a letter to them with the indication that the complainant needs to get that letter and proof of the restitution request back to the court. And at that time, if there's something received, Ms. Rue, we will amend the fines and costs in this matter. Other than that, the cost in this matter. Other than that, Mr. Batar, was there anything you'd like to say about the cost? That the
Judge, we're asking for some leniency on the fines and costs, please. I would just let you know that Ms. Rue is a colon cancer survivor. She's currently on a fixed income. She receives SSD benefits. Thankfully, she's in remission right now. She's a single mother. She has 2 children, ages 14 and 12.
Thank you. Ms. Rue, the court will assess total cost of $300. You may pay that over the course of your 12 months deferred sentence, okay?
Okay.
And again, that request for restitution to the complainant, that letter will go out to the probation department. And if they submit something, we'll send information to Mr. Batar so that you know that that is what the request is in this case, okay?
Okay.
Anything else in this matter, Mr. Young?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Rue, we're all set in this matter, ma'am. For your $300 payment, do you need to speak to the collections department?
Yeah, is it possible that I could make payments on the $300?
Oh, absolutely, ma'am.
Okay,
We'll put you into the breakout room to talk to the collections department about that. Good
Thank
luck to
you.
you, ma'am. Mr. Bitar, had you spoken to Ms. Cox?
Judge, I'm about to. I think Andy or one of the clerks is going to put me in a breakout room with her.
Thank you. This is 22 HR 065520D. Huron Township versus Gregory Durham. May I have your appearances, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Joshua Kaplan on behalf of Mr. Durham, Your Honor. Mr. Durham, will you just state your name for the record?
Gregory Durham.
Your Honor, I apologize. For purposes of arraignment, we'll waive formal reading, stand mute to the charge. We do have a resolution on this matter.
And that would be, sir?
My client will be pleading to operating while visibly impaired with a dismissal of the BAC .17 or more.
Mr. Durham, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You put your hand down. Sir, you were able to have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Kaplan this morning. You understand you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired, and the original charge of operating with blood alcohol of .17 or more will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that the court accepts your plea in this matter. You will not have a trial of any kind?
No, ma'am.
No, you didn't understand that?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Durham, did you understand that by pleading to this, you're not going to have a trial by bench or jury?
Yes, yes.
Sir, if the court accepts your plea, you will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or stand cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes,
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty, sir, because you are in fact guilty?
I didn't understand the question, but yes, I am guilty.
You didn't understand which part, sir? I'm sorry.
Did you say I'm pleading this case because I'm guilty?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it true that on June 18, 2022 in Huron Township, you were operating a motor vehicle while you were visibly impaired by some intoxicant?
Yes, but I wasn't.
Satisfied? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Foley Carter?
Satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
Satisfied, Mr. Kaplan?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Durham, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired. The operating with high BAC will be dismissed. The next step in these proceedings, this is your first appearance, so there had not been bond previously established. Your bond is going to be $5,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but you will need to continue to participate in these proceedings until the case is resolved in its entirety. While this case remains pending, you are not to purchase, possess, consume any alcoholic beverages. The next step in these proceedings is that your matter is being referred to the probation department. They will interview you, have you complete certain forms and documents, make a plea recommendation to the, a sentence recommendation to the court, and schedule you for sentencing in this matter. They will use the phone number and email address that you provided to the staff this morning to be in communication with you. They will be sending you an email and making phone calls to you within the next couple of days. Okay, sir?
Yes.
Anything else in this matter, Ms. Foley Carter?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Kaplan?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Durham, good luck to you, sir. Have a good day. Again, please respond to probation department. I will see you at your sentencing, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Josh Hadley's here. Quite the morning. Mr. Hadley, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm good. Is the internet reception okay for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All these attorneys and no clients. Let's see what's going on.
Mine's
in
gonna be
breakout.
logging in just one moment. I was hoping to get an audience with Miss Foley Carter real briefly.
Absolutely, sir.
And I don't know, Jeff, if you noticed, but one of your clients is in the waiting room, Charles Ingle.
All right. Caitlin, do we have a break?
Thank you. I don't have any ability to go get them though.
You think I can move you? You want me to put you in a breakout room with them?
Yeah, if you could. I'm just on an iPad right now.
Yep, I can do that.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Young, do you know who this is waiting for you? They've been waiting for a little while now. That was for Learmouth.
Oh, Learmouth. Okay, let me, I'll go in and see. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Beveridge, do
Rob,
you
no.
need Marianne to move you?
Yeah, I can't find him on
Mr.
here.
Mr. Nunley's trying.
I'm trying, I can't find him.
What's the client's name?
I already moved the client into room number 16. I just can't find Jeff.
It might, well, Charles Ingle is who I need to speak with eventually.
I think.
Thank you for your effort, Mr. Nunley.
All's well that ends well.
Where are your office mates? I haven't seen the dogs in a little while.
Oh, they were here yesterday. They were tearing the place up yesterday.
Yes, they were. They were great.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be on vacation, Josh.
Hey, man, I'm living the life. They gave me a
Tie and
jacuzzi.
jacket on vacation. That's not a vacation.
I
sir.
know, right? You're supposed to have like a pina colada and like be in the sun or something.
I think it's about 60 degrees here right now.
Yeah.
Little chilly up here.
Hi, Judge.
Ma'am.
Is it okay if I set Miss Nadine Rue at $20 a month?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Somebody setting your client up in another room for you. That is wonderful. I love it.
Well, I'm not at the office, so they're helping coordinate, so I look better.
Great staff. Maybe you'll buy them lunch this week.
Absolutely.
Are you ready on this case or did you need to speak to Mr. Young?
Yeah, if I could speak to the prosecutor briefly, please.
We'll get you moved into his breakout room when he has a
Okay.
moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I tell people it's not the attorneys, it's the staff. We just show up. Mr. Haley, are you here for something specific?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here specifically just today on an individual assignment for Mr. Stephen Dally, Dally. I did just speak to him on the cell phone. He is going to be joining us. We're not on until 9:40, so I may have got him a little bit early.
If he comes on early, I'll call the case. I remember this case.
Yeah, the fireworks case. Yeah, where I had co-defendants. One's already pled, and then we've got the remaining open case. We'll be quick today. I think we're just going to be setting it for a bench trial, it sounds like.
Is that it, Ms. Foley Carter, bench trial?
That's it, Your Honor. That's correct.
Are we going to use that September 8th date? Am I making up dates, Marianne?
No, not today you aren't. That'll work. Let me double check that you don't have anything at 11. Give me one.
Ooh. I do have oral arguments with the Court of Appeals
Y'all need to be
the
quiet.
morning of September 8th.
You have something with the Court of Appeals.
Y'all need to be
Yeah,
quiet.
10 o'clock in the morning on that Thursday, the 8th.
Don't you know that 34th District Court takes precedence?
So this one, I actually filed a motion for an emergency expedited hearing. So I think that would probably be a pretty poor showing on my part to tell him I need to move it.
Say Judge Martin said let's look at the next hearing date.
September 22nd at 11.
And here comes Mr. Daly. Great.
Excellent.
Is that a good day for you, Mr. Hadley?
What time is it at?
11?
Yes, can do that.
So is the audio, here we are. This is 22 HR 063440M. This is Huron Township versus Stephen Christopher Daly. May I have your appearances, please?
Caitlin Foley Carter on behalf of Huron Township, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Stephen Daly.
State your name for me, please, sir.
Stephen Daly.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. Mr. Daly, before you joined us, there was some conversation with the attorneys, and Mr. Hadley has indicated that there is a request being made for a bench trial to be scheduled. Is that accurate, Ms. Foley Carter?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Hadley, are we prepared? Are we ready for trial? Have we received discovery in this matter?
We have everything we need from the people, Your Honor. We're prepared to move forward.
Thank you. The court will schedule the bench trial in this matter for September 22nd, 2022 at 11 a.m. Is that a live trial or a Zoom trial?
I'm completely content to hold the matter via Zoom unless Ms. Foley Carter has any objection.
Zoom's fine.
Zoom bench trial, September 22nd, 2022 at 11 a.m. Back here with me at number 1. Anything else on behalf of Huron Township?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, Your Honor. Thank you for the court's time. Mr. Daly, I'll be in touch.
Thank you. Everyone have a good afternoon. Mr. Hadley, have fun. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Your Honor. Everybody stay safe.
All right, thank you.
This is 22SU006140M. This is Sumter Township versus Benita Cox. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Batar on behalf of Ms. Cox. She's present on Zoom. Ms. Cox, can you unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please? You have to unmute yourself. You're muted right now.
Benita Cox.
Thank you.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial. Mr. Batar, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Cox is going to plead guilty, 771.1 for 6 months, restitution, if any.
Ms. Cox, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Put your hand down. Ma'am, you were able to hear Mr. Batar just now indicate that you'll be pleading guilty as charged with a 6-month deferred sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that the court accepts your plea this morning. You will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or stand cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it true that on June 7, 2022 in Sumter Township, you violated your parental responsibility by allowing your unsupervised stepson to throw rocks and cause damage to another vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Cox, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the violation of parental responsibility. Your sentence in this matter will be deferred for a period of 6 months as previously indicated. Ma'am, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses, violations of the law in the state of Michigan during the 6-month period, the matter will be reviewed for administrative dismissal. The only other thing that the court needs to do is assess costs in this matter. Mr. Batar, is there anything you'd like to say about costs in this matter?
Judge, Ms. Cox is on a fixed income. She receives SSI benefits. We would ask you to take that into consideration.
It's so loud.
Get out. Get out.
Ms. Cox, the court will assess costs of $600. There's an outstanding issue of possible restitution from the complainant. In this case, the court will have the probation department send a letter to the complainant, Sean Pryor, and ask that they submit any indication of the restitution they're requesting within 60 days. That would be the only thing that would increase the amount that's due and owing in this matter. Ma'am, do you need more than 5 days to pay the $300?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on a monthly income.
Understood, ma'am. The court will move you into the collections department to speak with that collections agent to set a payment plan. Anything else, Mr. Bitar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Cox, good luck to you, ma'am. Please join the collections room.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is This is 22SU00400OD. This is Sumter Township versus Alexander Learmouth. Have your appearances, please.
Robert Young, Sumter Township, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Uwe Daus for Mr. Learmouth for pretrial here today.
Thank you. The last time that we were here on July 14th, Mr. Learmouth was unavailable. Mr. Daus, you have an update in this matter?
I do. He's still just as unavailable, now transferred to a different medical facility with known prospects. He may live for some time, he may recover, we don't know that yet. I had a discussion with Mr. Young. We'll provide some documents to the effect of what I described and then see what action to take.
How long do you need to get those documents to Mr. Young?
About a minute after we are done with the Zoom call. I have them handy.
So are we adjourning this matter then, sir?
I believe so, yes.
That new date will be?
September 8th at 9:20.
September 8th at 9:20, back here at number 1 with me. Defense to provide documents to prosecutor. Anything else, Mr. Young?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Daus?
No, thank you as well.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Good luck to your client.
Yeah, thank you. I really.
Excuse me. Mr. Young, did Mary Ann convey to you that we had adjourned the Vanthoff and the Miller matters?
Yes, Your Honor. On the Vanthoff matter, Mr. Vincent has waived the jury trial. If you recall, he had some time to consider that. I believe he notified Mary Ann that, in fact, he decided to do that. So I don't know if you've picked a date or if you want us to appear and pick it at that time. Either way.
When you appear on September 8th at 9:20 in that matter, we'll pick a new date.
All right, and the other one is Jeremy Miller matter, and that's going to be an extensive review of video. So I had requested a live appearance on that one, if that's possible, Your Honor.
A live appearance on the adjourned pretrial?
On the hearing, it's a motion on Mr. Jeremy Miller, motion to dismiss. He's challenging a number of matters, so.
When did Mr. Vincent file the motion?
He filed the motion about a month ago. I responded late last week, and you didn't
Mary Ann,
receive
do
any.
you still have that on your desk?
No, I don't. I can go grab it.
Don't grab it. At the end of the docket, I had to pull it because when I looked yesterday, I knew that there was a deadline for the motion to be filed and the response, but I didn't see it on my review yesterday morning. So I'll follow up with it, but we'll get the notice adjusted to say a live hearing. I don't know that we should put it on the 9/10 docket. So I'll look at it and we'll get in touch with your office and Mr. Vincent so we allow sufficient time for the parties to argue the motion.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Nunley.
Yeah, I need to borrow Mr. Young.
Borrow.
And maybe if Jeff can handle, because there's co-defendants. I'm talking to one person. If Jeff could talk to Ms. Marion Goodlow, who is in the waiting room.
Sure, absolutely. What's the charge, Royce?
I think that it's supposed to be assault and battery. On the docket sheet, it says indecent exposure. But from the sounds of it, I think that that's just in error, but I don't
And
know.
what was your name? Mary Goodlow?
Marion Goodlow, yep. Rob, do you know? Oh, never mind.
Okay, am I in the right room?
Hello?
Hi, Jeff.
This is 22 HR 06367 OM. This is Huron Township versus Monica Patton. May I have your appearances, please?
Caitlin Foley Carter, I'm based here on Township, Your Honor.
Ms. Patton,
Yes.
turn your video on for me, please. State your name for the record.
Monica Patton.
Ms. Patton, the way the staff have you identify indicates that you wish to waive your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that accurate, ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you. Today is a day and time set for the adjourned arraignment and pretrial in this matter. The parties have had an opportunity to speak. Ms. Foley Carter, how are we proceeding this morning?
We have an opportunity to speak, Your Honor. Ms. Patton will be pleading guilty to the charged offense of trespassing. We did have a conversation that Country Meadows does not wish her to be on the property, and she understands that.
Ms. Patton, raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am. Do you swear a firm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You put your hand down. Ma'am, you were able to hear Ms. Foley Carter just now indicate that you'll be pleading guilty as charged to the sole count of trespass.
Yes.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea in this matter, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yep.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Wait, what? Yes.
Ma'am, you haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on July 5th, 2022 in Huron Township, you trespassed at Huron Estates, I'm sorry, Country Meadows by remaining on the property after being asked to leave by the rightful owner?
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Foley Carter?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the sole count in this matter of trespass. Court will impose a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee for a total of $345. Ma'am, do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
I'm gonna need time to pay that because that's
Okay.
crazy.
Ma'am, before you leave, you'll be moved into the collections room. You'll speak to a member of the court's collection staff. You'll set a payment plan on that $345. And ma'am, just so we're clear, you are not to return to Country Meadows, understood?
Understood.
Anything else, Ms. Foley Carter?
Nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Patton, you're going to be moved into the collections waiting room, ma'am. Good luck to you. Have a good day. This is 22SU007420D. This is Sumter Township versus Janice Downs.
Your Honor, Joshua Kaplan on behalf of Ms. Downs. Ms. Downs, will you state your name for the record?
Janice Downs.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we'll waive formal reading, stand mute to the charge. We do have a resolution on this where she would plead to operating while visibly impaired with a dismissal of the original charge, operating while intoxicated.
Ms. Downs, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, ma'am. You put your hand down. Thank you. Ma'am, you understand that if the court accepts your plea of guilty to operating while visibly impaired, you will not have a trial of any kind in this matter?
Yes,
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor. You understand that, ma'am?
yes,
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
yes,
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
no,
Ma'am, are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
yes,
Is it true that on April 24, 2022 in Sumter Township, you were operating a vehicle while you were visibly impaired?
yes,
Satisfied, Mr. Kaplan?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ms. Downs, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired. The operating while intoxicated will be dismissed because this is a first appearance. Bond had not previously been established in this matter. The court will set your bond at $5,000 personal. You don't need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by this court and respond to the probation department in this matter. A condition of your bond is that you not purchase, possess, consume any alcoholic beverages until this case is resolved in its entirety. The court is referring you to the probation department so that they may speak with you to make a sentence recommendation and schedule your sentencing before the court. They will be reaching out to you by the email address and the phone number that you provided to the clerks this morning. Again, once you've had your interview with them, completed the forms that they requested of you, they will make a recommendation and schedule you to return to the court for sentencing. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Kaplan?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any questions, Ms. Downs?
no,
Have a good day, ma'am. Good luck to you. I'll see you at sentencing.
thank you.
Thank you. This is 22SU007000OD. This is Sumter Township versus Charles Lee Engel III. Oh, Mr. Engel? Mr. Nunley, are you with Mr. Engel?
No, that's Jeff's client.
Thank you.
I'm with Ms. Hill. There's co-defendants on this one. So the court is aware Ms. Hill has a pretty severe learning disability and her mom is trying to help her. However, her mom is the co-defendant. So it's kind of tricky maneuvering it. I spoke with Mr. Young in he wants to adjourn the matter out until whatever that day was, September 8th or 9th, whatever the day was, so that we can get the reports and we can try to work on some sort of global resolution.
Who's the other party?
Goodlow, Marion Goodlow.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Mm.
This is 22SU002910M. This is Sumter Township versus Kara Abid.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Please.
Lawrence LaSalle with and on behalf of Karar Abid.
Mr. Abid, please state your name for the record.
I don't think his sound may be connected. Let me text the office.
Oh.
Karak, if you hear me, you got to turn the sound on, please. I'm not seeing any response, Your Honor. I'm texting the office now. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to revisit this lunch issue then, Mr. Ozal. No, no, why are you walking away?
Your Honor, I don't want to delay the court. He is present. I can relay the adjournment to him. We're just going to get another date so Mr. Young can look into another detail we're missing.
It looks like your staff is at least trying.
Yeah.
There are a few other matters that are in the hopper to be ready, but we'll see.
Okay.
What is the adjourn date will be?
September 8th at 9:30.
September 8th at 9:30 a.m. back here with me. And number one, Mr. Abid? Nope, still don't have a connection. I can see your client, though. He has been here timely and appropriately. The court will adjourn the pretrial to September 8th, 2022 at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Anything else in this matter, Mr. Young?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'll see you back here in a couple of weeks. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh. This is a recall of SU007000OD, Sumter Township versus Engel.
Ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Charles Engel. Mr. Engel, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Charles Lee Engel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, today is the
and
day.
time set for the, yep, sorry, sir, the adjourned pretrial. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, we have a plea agreement subject to court approval in which Mr. Engel would plead guilty to an added count of operating while impaired, with the understanding his original charge would be dismissed.
Mr. Engel, raise your right hand for me, please, sir.
What was that, Your Honor? I'm
I said,
sorry.
raise your right hand. No, okay. I said, raise your right hand for me, please.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
swear affirm testimony you give in this matter would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Sir, you were able to hear Mr. Bowditch just, you put your hand down.
Okay.
You were able to
Thank
hear
you.
Mr. Bowditch just now indicate that you would be pleading guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is it true that on September 12th, 2021 in Huron Township, you operated a vehicle while you were under the influence of some intoxicant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Young?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Engel, the court accepts your plea of guilty to operating while visibly impaired. The original charge of operating while intoxicated is dismissed. The next step in these proceedings, sir, is that the court will refer you to the probation department. They will conduct an interview, have you complete some forms, make a sentence recommendation, and schedule you for sentencing. They will be reaching out to you by email and by phone in the next few days. Please respond to their efforts to contact you. They are the ones, again, who will drive the next step in these proceedings. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Young?
Nothing, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Young.
you. Mr. Engel, good luck to you, sir. I'll see you at your sentencing. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. You too, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Engel.
All right, thank you. Bye.
I saw Miss Hill come back and then disappear again.
I believe
Rob, it
Miss,
looks like somebody's waiting to talk to you.
Your Honor, I believe there is a Miss Hill and a Miss Goodlow. They're companion cases that Mr. Nunley and I have. Those would be running on the same track.
They are, and then the clients disappeared and now are reappearing. So as soon as they are both here at the same time, I'll call these cases and get you on your way on the matter.
Your Honor, for the record though, Miss Goodwin is the legal guardian for Miss Hill, not only her mother, but her legal guardian.
Thank you. Mary Ann, I'm stepping off for just 1 second, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mr. Miller,
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
how are you, sir?
Pretty good, you.
I did not realize you were ready. I stepped away for a moment, but we are here on the prosecutor's chair is empty, but maybe he's in his room.
No.
Did you speak to the prosecutor this morning?
The Sumter one, yes.
Yep. Okay. As soon as he gets back. And then we were trying to find the other two. Mr. Young. This is 22SU007771B. This is Sumter Township versus Curtis Raymond Miller. May I have your appearances, please?
Robert Young, Sumter Township.
State your name for me, Mr. Miller.
Curtis Raymond Miller.
Thank you. Today's the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial this morning. Mr. Young, how are we proceeding in this case?
Your Honor, I move to add the count of allowing unlawful driver and also a double parking for $150. The DWLS would be dismissed and the failure to stop in a short clear distance would also be dismissed. Minor accident, so nobody hurt, no injuries.
No. Mr. Young, that failure to stop in a short clear distance is already in default, and Mr. Miller owes $195. The only file that this court has this morning is the driving while license not valid.
Okay, I apologize. Then I'll just add the count of allowing and dismiss the, let's see, what is driver license not valid.
Thank you. Mr. Miller, the way that you're labeled by the court staff this morning indicates that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney. Is that accurate, sir?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
And you were able to hear Mr. Young just now indicate that you will be pleading guilty to the ad account of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and the driving while license not valid will be dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Sir, you understand that the court accepts your plea this morning. You will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promise anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
I'm sorry?
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is it true that on July 19, 2022 in Sumter Township, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Young?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Miller, the court accepts your plea of guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The driving while license not valid will be dismissed. Sir, the court will assess minimal fines and costs in this matter. There's a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. That's a total of $345. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
Yes, Your Honor. At
Sir,
least
before
need-
you leave,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I may need like 2 or 3 weeks to get that money. So whatever time you would allow me.
Mr. Miller, I'll make an indication in the file that you have 3 weeks to pay that amount, $345, so you can bring it to the court. You can mail it to the court or you can go online and pay it, okay?
Yep. My grandmother will be coming by to drop off $200 for me before she comes picks me up for work today. So
Okay.
there will be $200 dropped in there.
Sir, the file might not be processed as of yet, so when you send your grandmother or your grandmother comes by here, make sure she includes your case number
Okay.
so that they know where to apply it.
Okay.
Okay, anything else, Mr. Miller?
No, Your Honor.
Judge,
Thank you, sir.
Wait, Judge, before you let him go, Marlisa, wants to say something about one of his.
On that, on the civil infraction ticket, he paid it a couple days ago. Is that correct, Mr. Miller?
Yeah, the 195.
Yes, you paid that one.
Yes.
So that is a closed matter. It's not for collections.
Anything else?
No.
Thank you. Mr. Miller, good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You too, Honor.
Thank you. We didn't get Ms. Goodlow and Ms. Hill back, it seems. Ugh. Mr. Nunley and Mr. Bowditch, were you able to get good phone numbers for Ms. Hill and Ms. Goodlow?
I was not, no.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's somebody, you were, Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's somebody in the clerk's meeting room that they can't get to connect their audio, and because I've seen Ms. Goodlow and Ms. Hill bounce in and out, I wonder if that's them, since they have not rejoined us. And both
Your Honor,
matters are
would
scheduled
you
for
like me to
arraignment.
call the number or give the number or something?
Well, we have to be able, yes, we have to be able to proceed this morning. I'm just trying to figure out what happened to them.
Your Honor, let me call them by phone and see if there's a response.
Thank you. Mr. Young, is there something scheduled here today?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Is there something scheduled here today?
We had the Jeremy Miller motion to dismiss on the OWI that was filed by Michael Vincent. He had contacted me yesterday, though, and indicated that he had reasons that he could not attend. So he contacted the court, and my understanding is that's been adjourned until September the 8th. We were set up. I had Mr. Henneman and Jamie set up the ability for us to be able to show recordings in the court. And I apologize to both of them. Wasn't our fault. Wasn't Mr. Vincent's fault either, but that's why you're looking at what you're looking at.
No, the adjournment's not the issue. You're physically here in the courthouse, and I was just curious if you were here for something.
There isn't any place I'd rather be on a Thursday, Your Honor. No, there's no reason.
With a straight face, so close to.
Yeah. No, I since I had the detective is in with me, Detective Salagen is in with me, so I just kept it the way it was.
That's fine. I just was looking at the docket. I was like, oh, is he here for something?
Yeah, no, it just worked out that way.
Miss Goodlow just came in and then disappeared again.
Your Honor, when I spoke to Miss Goodlow on the phone, she is with Miss Hill. And I think they're both going to try to join in together here.
I just need them for 1 second so we can get the cases called. But she was here, I saw her face, and then she disappeared. That's
But
my
I did,
issue.
when I did speak with her, I said, ma'am, just join in like you did this morning, and Mary Ann will guide you from there. Your Honor, it's just an adjournment.
Yeah, is there any chance we could just waive their presence for the purposes of the adjournment?
We can. I just was hesitant to do that because.
Your Honor, Miss Goodlow is on the phone with.
No, that's not how we do court. What am I missing?
Your Honor,
Yes.
when Miss Goodlow joined, she heard you speaking and felt that she was in the wrong room. So I told her to rejoin. She's in the main session and she'll be fine.
Here she is. No, here she is.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw her pop on, and as soon as I saw her hair, then she disappeared.
As soon as she heard the
These-
judge, she got scared. So she she thought she was interrupting you.
Miss Goodlow, don't be scared. I smile. I'm nice. I try to be friendly.
I'm
These are
here.
These are 2205-260M and 2205-250M. These are Sumter Township versus Marion Goodlow and Sumter Township versus Serena Hill. May I have your appearances, please?
Roy Nunley on behalf of Serena Hill.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Miss Goodlow.
Rob Young, Your Honor, Sumter Township.
Thank you. Ms. Goodlow, state your name for me, please.
Marion Goodlow.
And is Ms. Hill right there with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, would you state your name for me, please?
Serena Hill.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignments and pretrials in these matters. Are we adjourning them in their entirety or are we conducting the arraignments? Mr. Bowditch.
Your Honor, Miss Goodlow would waive the form of reading and stand mute.
Mr. Nunley.
Ms. Hill also would waive a formal reading and stand mute.
Thank you. Bonds in these matters will be set at 1,000 personal. Ms. Goodlow, you don't need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to participate in these proceedings until they are resolved in their entirety. Ms. Hill, your bonds 1,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to participate in these proceedings until they are resolved in their entirety. You must appear as directed by the court. The attorneys have previously indicated that these matters will be adjourned. The new adjourned date will be
September 8th at 9:30.
Okay.
September 8th, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. That's back here with me using the same Zoom ID information, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else in this matter, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Young?
Nothing other than, as to both Mr. Nunley and Mr. Bowditch, other than the reports, Mr. Nunley, I'll get you a copy of the report. You also, Mr. Bowditch, do you need anything else from me or would be able to proceed September 8th?
I think all I need is a report.
Should be.
Right.
Yeah, should be fine, Rob.
Right.
Ms. Goodlow and Ms. Hill, we are all set. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you on September 8th.
Okay, thank you so much. You guys have a blessed day too. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Goodlow.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Mr. Bowditch, thanks for calling and getting them back on.
Your Honor, could I have Miss Goodlow's case number? I apologize.
It is 2205-250M. There
Rob,
is
can I
somebody
talk
in the
to you?
MIDC waiting room. I'm sorry, Mr. Nunley.
No, I was gonna jump in and talk to Rob about the person who's in the waiting room before I jump in.
Thank you.
Yep.
Your Honor, I believe that completes my involvement in your docket. With the court's permission, I'll sign up.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Bowditch. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. Thanks, everybody.
Ms. Foley Carter,
Yes, Your Honor.
our last scheduled case was at 10:20. The only outstanding matter is the Butson case, which is a Sumter case. Your next thing with me, I think, is scheduled at 11.
Right.
If you want to hang out, you're welcome to. I can't imagine why you would, though.
I'll probably just go dark and hang out. That's fine.
Okay, thank
Right.
you.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Mr. Kaplan, same thing. If you want to hang out, you're welcome to. I'm always happy to see you, but the only other matter is the Butson matter. which I think Mr. Nelly is handling.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day. I will, I
You
think
too.
I have a few of your dockets coming up, so I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you. These are 22 HR 04847 A and B. These are Huron Township versus Deborah Blackburn. The matters were scheduled for show cause this morning at 9 o'clock. It's now 10:25 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Bench warrant shall issue on both matters, 5,000, 10%.
What's up?
These are 19U312558 A and B 190983OT. These are Sumter Township versus LaRon Bradley. These matters were scheduled for show cause at 8 a.m. It is now 10:26 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. The civil infractions will be deemed in default. Bench warrant shall issue, and the misdemeanor matter, 5,000, 10%.
About the cow sheet, the guy that his cow got shot, or it wasn't his cow or whatever.
Thank you. This is 22SU00491 AOT. This is Sumter Township versus Haven Collins. This matter was scheduled for show cause this morning at 8 a.m. It's now 10:27 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Bench warrant shall issue, 5,000, 10%. This is 22SU00717OM Sumter Township versus Melvin Butson. May I have your appearances, please?
Royce Nunley on behalf of the defendant.
Yes, sir.
State your name for the record, please, sir.
Melvin Douglas Butson.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. Mr. Nunley, how are we proceeding with the arraignment?
For purposes of the arraignment, we waive a formal reading and stand mute. Purposes of the pretrial, my client would like to accept the offer tendered by the prosecutor, which is to plead guilty under advisement under 771 for 90 days.
Mr. Butson, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you much. You may put your hand down. Sir, you understand that you will be tendering plea of guilty to dog at large with the sentence to be deferred for a period of 3 months?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that the court accepts your plea this morning. You will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Butson, is it true that on July 1st, 2022 in Sumter Township, you allowed your dog to be at large contrary to local ordinance?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Young?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Butson, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the sole count in this matter of dog at large. Sentence is deferred for a period of 3 months. The court will assess cost of $200 in this matter. Sir, do you need more than 5 days to pay the $200?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you can contact the court's collection department to establish a payment plan in this matter. I will note for the record that there are 2 other dog at large cases that are currently showing as being with the court's probation department. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Young?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
No, Your Honor.
That concludes the court's docket this morning. Everyone have a good day.
See ya.
Thank you.
I thought they deferred it.
I'm sorry?
Does he have to pay now or has it been deferred if the dog stays in a fence for 90
It
days?
said, I said, asked him, did he need more than 5 days to pay? And he said, yes. I said, contact the court's collection department.
So what is it? Why, I thought we was having this deferred for 90 days.
It is deferred and he has no new offenses. The case will be administratively dismissed, but there are still costs assessed in this matter.
Okay,
Okay, have a good day.
you too.
Thank you.
Kelly?
This is 20 HR 06306 AOM. This is Huron Township versus Janelle Cragen. This matter was scheduled for show cause at 8 a.m. It's now 10:32 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Based on the failure to appear, bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. Mr. Young, did you need something else?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, you asked me a question and I didn't hear it.
I'm sorry, I asked you, did you need something else?
Oh, no, I don't. I'm waiting until the court is finished and I'll come back. I just needed to talk to Mary Ann for a second, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
You gonna come back here and talk to her?
And you, if that's okay.
I am doing some failures to appear. If you want to come through, we can talk for a second.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. This is This is 22SU00502 AOT, Sumter Township versus Willie Lawson. This matter was scheduled for show cause at 8 a.m. It's now 10:33 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. This is 1953250T. This is Huron Township versus Vaughn Leslie. This matter was scheduled for show cause at 8 a.m. It's now 10:33 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Bench warrant shall issue again 5,010%. This is 22HR00337 A and B. I'm sorry, 7A and 22SU00507B. These are Huron Township versus Leandre McCullough. Strike that. This is 22SU00507B, Sumter Township versus McCullough. This matter was scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 8 a.m. It's now 10:34 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. This is 22SU00479 AOT. This is Sumter Township versus Ashley McFall. This matter was scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 8 a.m. It is now 10:35 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. This is 22SU00469 AOT. This is Sumter Township versus Aaliyah Powell. The matter was scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 8 o'clock. It is now 10:36 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. This is 22SU00536B. This is Sumter Township versus Corey Proctor. The matter was scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 8 a.m. It is now 10:36 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. These are 22SU00537A and C. These are Sumter Township versus Jessica Yoder. The matters were scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 8 a.m. It's now 10:37 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. You can go that way. Take care. Good to see you. No, because I haven't been out that way. I can't remember.
We have an election, we're filling the vacant treasurer's position.
I saw that.
Yep. And,
I saw that result.
that was a little surprising. Vincent Warren, do you know Vincent Warren? Have you ever met Vincent
I've
Warren?
met him at the library grand reopening, and he was at the Blue Angels thing, and I met him. I've never had a conversation with him.
He's a really sharp guy. He's a VA guy. He has 8 kids. Family man, he's intelligent, he's hardworking. But
Here's the thing, and this is what I try to explain to people. After the election, whether it's the primary or the general, once we get through that, if your commitment is truly to the community, you'll keep showing up regardless of the results.
yeah,
I speak from experience, so
yeah, that's right. It's all right.
keep showing up.
Keep showing up and keep, the election doesn't change the commitment to the community. And he's already said, how can I fit in going forward, planning commission or whatever. So hopefully he'll do that because he is an asset.
It says something to me when people disappear after they lose at the primary or at the general. If your commitment is what it is, I never disappeared. You saw me between 2014 and now. This is the community I live in. I'll keep showing up.
I'll tell you.
I can hear you, but we're still